Hey everyone, and welcome to the Dungeons & Dragons book tag. I don't actually play D&D, but I've really wanted to for a really long time, and this book tag came up because I saw it on Abby of Pelinor's channel, who I'll leave a link to down below alongside the original, and I really like the idea of it. I really like the questions and stuff, so I decided to do it. Question number 1 is Everyone's Dead, a character with a tragic backstory, and I'm going to say Devon from the Book Eaters because her backstory basically involves her being in a very patriarchal society from birth, where she's tightly controlled. She's not allowed to read what she wants, she's not allowed to play video games or anything else. She's very much fed on a diet of fairy tales and things like this, and she's not allowed to sort of know anything outside of these kind of things. She's basically sold off to different families to have children. They'll be taken away from her when they reach a certain age, all of this kind of thing. She's very much a very sort of tragic backstory in my mind. Question number 2 is Roll Persuasion with Advantage, an auto by author, V.E. Schwab. I will read anything V.E. Schwab releases. Like, she will literally announce a new book, I won't even read what the synopsis is. I just go, right, I'm going to be reading that because I know I'm going to really enjoy it. So I just automatically pre-order literally anything she ever writes without reading the synopsis or anything else. I will find that out later. I just know I will really enjoy her work, so I automatically pre-order it. Question number 3 is Me and the Boys Are Gonna Mess You Up, an ensemble cast you love. And I'm going to say the X-Men because they are such an ensemble cast that keeps on changing throughout the comics and everything else, where people leave, some people come back, some people join different teams, all of this kind of thing. But I always love the ensemble cast for these ones. They are always so much fun, so different. I love all of the dynamics that they have between them, all of this kind of thing. I just love the X-Men and their ensemble. I absolutely love it. Question number 4 is I rolled a 1, a character that tries their best but keeps on failing. Varian Scapegrace. What can I say about Scapegrace? He attempts to be a serial killer originally in the Skullduggery universe, and he's like, oh, I'm going to be the greatest serial killer in the world, but he never actually manages to do that. He then becomes a zombie and starts falling to pieces because he's a zombie, so everything's starting to fall off him. Everything he tries, he absolutely fails at horrendously, and I shouldn't laugh, but he is so funny. I absolutely love him and all of his attempts to do literally anything and just completely and utterly fail at it. Question number 5 is Roll to Tame the Floof, a book with a dangerous creature you'd love to have as a pet. Alligator Loki? I'm not kidding. I would love Alligator Loki as a pet. He would not allow me to have him as a pet because he's far too independent for that, but I'd just like him to live in the house and cause chaos because he's absolutely brilliant like that. He just causes chaos. He lives to cause chaos, and I love him for that, and I would love him as like cohabitant of the house. I'm going to put it that way. He wouldn't be a pet, but he'd be a cohabitant of the house I'd really enjoy having around. Question number 6 is DM Rolls Unexpectedly, a book that surprised you. And I'm going to say Simon versus the Homo Sapien Agenda because I was really not expecting to love this book as much as I did. I was expecting to enjoy it because I knew I really enjoyed Heartstopper when I read it last year. So I was like, I'm probably going to enjoy this one as well. But I really loved it. I did not expect how invested in the characters, in who Blue was, all of this kind of thing. I was so invested in all of it, and I knew I was going to enjoy it, but I didn't realise I was going to enjoy it as much as I did. Question number 7 is I would like to rage, a character with anger issues. And can I say anyone but the Hulk? Because that man has, to quote Tony Stark, breathtaking anger management issues. So definitely going to say the Hulk for this. Question number 8 is Hip Thrust for Seduction, a spicy book. I don't read spicy books, so I can't really give an answer for that, unfortunately, so I'm just going to skip over it. Question number 9 is How Do You Want to Do This, a book with a satisfying ending, and I'm going to say The World We Make, which is the sequel to The City We Became and the final book in the series. It's a duology, and I really liked how this ended. I will say that it was a tiny bit rushed because it was meant to be a trilogy that got squashed into a duology, but I still really liked how this ended and how it wrapped everything up. And finally, question number 10 is Gather Your Party, and that's to tag 3 friends, and unfortunately most of my friends have done this, so I can only really tag 2 people here. So I'm going to tag Olivia from Olivia's Catastrophe, and then also Cara from Wild Book Garden, and then I'll just say anybody who wants to do this tag as well, consider yourself tagged. And that is the end of the D&D book tag. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give me a thumbs up. Comment down below, tell me which dangerous creature from a book you would have as a pet. I'd love to know. Or if you don't have that much time, leave me a dragon emoji down below to let me know that you were here. I'll also leave a link as well down below to all my social media if you want to check it out, including to the Comic Book Sanctum, which is my website dedicated to Marvel Comics if you want to check that out, as well as a link as well down below to my Bookish Etsy store if you want to treat yourself to something bookish today, or if you just want to see any more of my videos, please click subscribe here, and over here will be the link to my previous video. Until next time everyone, bye!